that, that after that we talked the first time, I went to your LinkedIn and I was like, wow, she's like really a serious person. And and I was surprised. Wow, CEO of Mercer. And now Mercer is a big company. Like, wow.
Right.
And for me, it was surprising the way that you're like so upfront and sincere and human and fun and funny.
Well,
Because
thank
when you
you.
imagine, the CEO of a company, it's like different.
Well, I think that that is interesting that you're saying that. I think that first, I must say the colleagues at Mercer, and also I'm also talking about the other CEOs, because I mean, for either every region or country you had different CEOs. The working relationship with our global CEO, the former one Julio Portalatin, or now Martin Furland, has been always a joy, and we were all very closely working together. So the human side has always prevailed. And I must say that is really, really, really excellent. The only thing which makes me maybe a little bit different is that sometimes, especially, I mean, men as well as women, when you step into such a role, especially in a very large international corporation, because of the liability which is there also, you as a CEO, and from a governance and compliance perspective, you become kind of, prudent in what you're saying. But I never, I mean, I was really looking at what I was saying, but I want to have fun and joy. And I want to have that also with the people I'm working with. And so I think that I remained in a certain way, as kind of, people were wondering in Switzerland, and she's smiling all the time. And I heard that from one of my team member reporting that to me. Is that real? And I was, laughing, and I was thinking, Jesus, I mean, if you need to be serious, to be all the time, to be efficient, I think I have enough credentials and also my results. I know what I can do, what I have delivered so far, and so I don't have to prove anything. So I mean, I just allow myself to be who I am.
Yeah. But when you don't have the credentials yet, it's kind of hard.
It might be hard on the other side. We women, we are so, I'm talking now specifically about women. I don't say that men aren't that. But, when we talk now about women, and that is fascinating, because Mercer has since many years a global study that they're doing with their clients, and it's called "When Women Thrive, Businesses Thrive," and it is kind of interesting. We know exactly where we're losing in the companies, the women. We exactly know what needs to be done, and still, we're losing the women, we are losing them. And so it is, and we know that all of them are very dedicated to their job. But we are mostly, if you're looking at the constitution of or the network of a woman compared to the one of a man in general, women tend to have peers within the organization with whom they are having reports and this sharing and discussing what could be, leverage, what could be done here. When men have a more opportunistic way, and in a positive way, opportunistic way, they look more outside and outside of the company, so that whenever they have a question, they know where to get some also outside information. When we want, that the harmony, with the family, and often the work is also an extension of the family. And I think that you can keep that spirit because it's really important, because it's often, I mean, women have a different leadership style than men, and please continue to do that. Because it's what is the glue often within a company, what makes it, that it is warm-hearted, that people feel well. I mean, not only internally, but also with clients. The only thing is you need to think about, or you need to know how you need to, or you should react if all of a sudden, let's say during a meeting, you're exposing, and not exposing, but you're explaining your idea and everything says yes. And then you have a colleague, usually a male colleague, taking on your idea, boldly sharing it as if it was his, and getting then the credit for it.
Sure.
And these are the things, there are tactics on how to make sure that you're just nailing, your colleague, so that you can continue to carry the credit and get forward. So
Yeah.
this is where, I mean, with credential or not, and women know nowadays, they know very well how to build credential in a fast way. They usually do.
So where do we